Sunday afternoon. I'ma take Monday off too. Ooh, got me so in love with the summer days. Ooh, got me feeling dizzy from the summer haze. Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes and the tan line. Keep the free mind, yeah. Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes and the tan lines. Keep the free mind, yeah. Rose color on my cheeks, yeah. I feel so on fleek. Forget who we are. Let's dance until dawn. Music on repeat. You can beat this feeling. Let's keep this going on and on. Crack open models on and on and on and on it. Caught up in the moment. Feels just like I'm dreaming.
Good morning. How my beautiful queens and house of kings doing this morning? How you all doing? Welcome back to a new day and another day in this vlog. How you all doing? Or starting of a new vlog. I would consider more like a start of the video. Yesterday I did have to work. Yesterday was like my last day working until next schedule. This is actually going to be a pretty slow week for us. Well, for me, well, just in general for throughout the hotel. I'm not messed up about it because, like I say, I need this rest. I'm also, today marks the first day I'm off, and hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that I could be able to attend Faith Chat with Rihanna Janice tomorrow, which is Tuesday night, if none change. So, I ended up, I think when I get off the camera with you all, I'm going to read, I'm going to go into my study that I've been reading. I told you I've been reading the book of Deuteronomy. I'm going to go on and finish that off. And I think tomorrow, well, later on today, because I kind of need to start disconnecting a lot. I'm finding myself. Yeah, my coffee. I became obsessed with my good old homemade coffee. I do need to make. I'm brewing some coffee now because I had to make up because I ended up. This is my second cup this morning. When I say I'm obsessed with this brown sugar, and the oatmeal creamer and blending in my coffee, it's been low key good. Like normally y'all know I like the caramel macchiato brand, which I still do, but lately I haven't really been just buying it as much. I do need to get some more, but so other than that, I've been using like the regular oatmeal creamer. But I've been buying lately. I know it's like a vanilla oatmeal creamer. It's been pretty good. But yeah, with that blending in with that brown sugar, it is really good. I got some brown sugar syrup I've been using, so I'm gonna have to make up some more of that as well and pour up. So I'll probably make up some more brown sugar syrup later on and pour up the rest, add the rest onto the little syrup I got. That let you know I'm a coffee drinker because I feel like I just made some syrup, 2 weeks ago and it's almost gone. But yeah, I'm going to finish reading do my mornings. Well, I pretty much did my morning studies, but I want to go back into the book of Deuteronomy and finish reading it up on the lesson that I've been studying for the last couple weeks. So basically, I just read Psalms. Normally, what I do, like if I highlight a couple verses in a particular book, I kind of revisit those verses and those studies just to, for clarity and just, apply it to me. Because most of the time when I'm reading the Bible, I don't just read just to be reading. I try to read for understanding and also to how I can apply these verses or scriptures in my life. Or sometimes I feel like if I'm falling off in certain areas in my life, I go back and reread them and, just because I'm still on this healing journey. So I've been, kind of been just this morning, just been going back and rereading and revisiting. Also, happy Monday to you all. But yeah, I think I was mentioning to you all before I started talking about the coffee that I hope and pray that if none change tomorrow, that I can attend Faith Chat with Rihanna Janice these past 2 weeks. It's been a very busy work week for me, which I'm not messed up about it. I'm glad to get the time in. I've been the last 2 Tuesdays I haven't been able to attend because I've been at work. Either I've been working like later banquets, or it just I've been not able to attend because the time I get off, I've been to miss, the studies because it only lasts an hour. So if it's in Lord's will, and I pray that I can be able to attend it tomorrow. And also, I think the agenda for this week, since I'm out these next couple of days, I'm out the next 3 days. Today marked the first day off. I actually was off, 4 days? So this be 4 days this week, and I worked 3 days. But like I say, I made up for it. I have worked doubles last week. I'm not messed up about it. I pulled a lot of hours in for banquets, so I'm going to treasure these next 4 days. But I'm going to also try to push out some content, work on content. I think I'm a low-key give you all like a little quick weave video. I'm gonna wash my hair today when I take my shower. I'm a low-key probably give y'all a little quick weave. I think I want to try. I have tried a 27-piece look a long time ago. It's been a minute since I wore a short look, and I think because I had ordered this hair off of eBay. I mean, not eBay, the beauty supply store here in Memphis that I normally order from. Very great service. I love this beauty supply store. And I have ordered hair wigs from them in the past. So I had ordered some 27-piece hair and some more bonding glue. I think I'm going to give you all a quick weave video. And I'm going to try to work on 2 shorts. So if I could push out 3 videos this week and maybe a short or 2 vlogs, it just depends. But I'm finna push some content out. Because like I say, when I have all this much downtime, I do like to, work on creating more videos for you. So yeah, other than that, I knew it was something I wanted to chat with you all about. Hold on for a second, y'all. Okay, you all, I'm back. Yeah, I had to go check my coffee because my little coffee maker, it usually brew pretty fast when I make like a little, it's like a little half pot of coffee. And then I also had to fill my little blue container up for water. I don't know, lately I've been trying to drink more and more water than normal. And it's just been, like I said, the weather here just been kind of a little humid. So I've been trying to stay hydrated the best way I can by, make sure I'm drinking plenty of water. And I encourage, everyone, to make sure you're drinking, enough water. Like I say, no matter how much coffee I drink or, I really don't drink many sodas like that, which I'm proud of myself. We still need to make sure we're drinking enough water because water is really good for us. I know some people don't like water because they say it don't have a taste, but it's actually really good for you. I just feel like it flushes all that, when the get rid of a lot of bacteria or food, like because you have to eat food to survive, but it just flushes the system out from my personal opinion. But water is good for you. But then again, there have been studies saying too much water not good for you. But like I said, we have to survive. We have to eat to live, just like we have to drink water to survive. These people come up with so much stuff, but overall. Also, I wanted to mention this. I know I have gained a couple new subscribers, and I thank you so much, King or Queen. I really haven't just been like, and I really haven't been checking my analytics like that much often lately. I think I was telling you out in the last video, the phone that I normally vlog from is pretty much gone. Like I can't really do nothing with it no more. And I did have the YouTube Studio app attached to it, but I think I'm going to try to see with this iPhone, let me download the YouTube Studio app on here and just go from there. But I try not to look at my analytics it's too much because sometimes when you engage in your analytics, I feel like it'll stop you from my per se, it'll make you feel like you're not creating, being very creative. Or I would just say, from my personal experience, for me being on this platform for 4 years now, I usually pay attention to the analytics a lot, and I'm learning now to not do that as much and just continue to create. And just, because every video I have seen that, perform on my channel might not do well. and the ones that I expect not to do well, they the ones that do good. So, but I noticed I have gained a couple subscribers just from the YouTube's telling me new subscriber, or if the subscriber that subscribe to my channel have they, they what they call their subscriptions open to the public. You can see who subscribed to your channel and who's not, unless the ones that's not subscribed got it on private. But anyway, I thank you so much, kings or queens. I pray that you continue to stay on this journey with me as I continue to grow and document, some portions of my life. But I also did wanted to mention this. This past week, last week that just passed, when I had told y'all it's been a busy week when I worked the banquet events, I had another paranormal experience at the other building that I be working at. So this is the third time I experienced something paranormal. And come to find out, that building holds a lot of history. One of the guys that worked there, the maintenance guy, and one of the front desk attendant, the front desk agent, and man, I was talking to both of them, but different days, different timing. And I was asking them, I said, long as I've been over here working these banquets over here for this particular hotel, I feel like, I hope I'm not crazy, but I said, it seemed like there's something here. Like, because even when I'm making coffee or if I'm washing dishes, because most time I'm always on these events by myself. Like my supervisor, he does help me with the banquets and he do the setups, but most times he might have to go back across the street to the other hotel where I currently work at and help, the chef cook and get the food together. So, like I say, if I'm by myself, I gotta watch, I'm over here alone in this building on the other side of the building by myself. And so I seen a figure flew past, like a little black shadow. Like, it just flew past so fast. And so I asked him about the building, and he said, "Nah, you're not crazy. It is haunted." He said, "There's a little girl in this building, and she used to be down there by the stairwell." And when he said that, I got chills, because that stairwell that leads to the lower level, and I really don't like to go down there, but if we have an event and I'm not able to use the restrooms on the upper floor, I have to sometimes go downstairs, which I consider like the lower level. It's not the basement, but I don't really like to go down there because I feel like it's creepy for one. And it's like when you're going down there, it's like you being watched. It's cold, like it be really cold sometimes. And I know it's something there. Like a lot of people don't believe in, spirits and paranormal. I believe in it. Like I said, I never really seen nothing until now with my eye. Like, just, like I say, working at this building, it's just, I say, shadows. But like a full figure of a person, I haven't saw it, but I know it's something there. Because the first time when I went downstairs, when I first started working the events, I tried to go into the ladies' bathroom and use it, and when I can cut the light on, the light kept flickering. Like, it just kept flickering out, like if someone was, like, trying to play with me or let me know that they was there, and then a lot of times when you talk about stuff like this, people don't really want to hear it. And I brought it to my general manager attention at the hotel that I work at, because there's 3 hotels right there, girl. They all affiliated under one another. They're really franchised, but they all, affiliated with one another. So like I said, sometimes if the other 2 have events going on for banquets, most likely I'm gonna have to work at them. So, but the thing is, I found out the reason why the place is haunted or ghosts linger around is because that building was once a building where they held slaves at back in the early, maybe 1900s. And there's an entrance, like when you go downstairs of the building, and it's an entrance down there where you can see like a little opening, almost like kind of like a basement. And I was informed that's where they had kept the slaves at, and they had them chained up. And I said it brought chills to me finding out about this information, because I knew that it was something there all along, but I never thought that people's spirits would still be lingered around. And it's just really sad, because it take me back, like even the times we living in now, how black people, how us as blacks, how, even what we went through back in the days where, it's just really sad because it brought tears to my eyes when I seen the interest myself, how these people was kept held hostage against their will. And the thing is, I feel like it was a lot. From my sense of humor, I can't pull up no information on the building, and that's the thing about it. See, these people do stuff on purpose. Like, how you can go on the Google and Google a building or a location to find out like what type of history, or if it was built on some type of land, and see what's causing paranormal or whatever kind of encounters that's going on there. And I can't pull it up anything, but I know that building is haunted. It's something there. Like I say, the both the maintenance and the front desk clerk told me it's a little girl laying around there. They say it was a place where slaves was held captive. They sold the slaves there, but I kind of feel like it was more than just the slaves being held captive. I feel like they probably either tortured these people or abuse these people. I feel like more there, because it seems strange that every time I'm working alone by myself, I'm being watched. Like the last week when I was there, when I say I was burning up in that kitchen, but after I seen that figure pass by me, I just let the door stay closed. I didn't even open the door, because normally when I'm working over there, I have the door cracked where I'm working. But it's like I feel like I'm being watched so much, I just had closed the door. And it's just really sad what our people had went through back in that time, in them days. And then when I found out that little piece of history about it, because I thought I was crazy. I'm like, dang, why is study experiencing something? But even before the figure or the black shadow flew past me, I still feel like I'm being watched. Like something is just watching me, letting me know that whatever it is, whatever you trying to do and whatever, I'm watching you. That's how I feel, But yeah, that building is really creepy, I was informed that they, because see, Memphis has a lot of history here anyway. I have been told sometimes people come to certain areas or buildings, like ghost hunters or paranormal, people that specialize and stuff like that. They try to go to certain buildings, and I think he was telling me that they have came to the building where I work at, where I usually have to have the bank was at. But yeah, it's something there, and it's just really sad because I didn't know, people went through a lot like that. That's why a lot of movies, slavery movies, hold on, y'all. That's why a lot of the movies, like once I watch a movie like The Roots, or any type of movie that talk about the history, or what we might have been through back in the days, if I watch it one time, I can't watch it no more, because I don't like to watch movies seeing people being tortured and abused, or what they went through. That's why it just really hurt my heart, even to now in these times where a lot of these people fought for us to get to where we are now, and it's like a lot of stuff not being addressed. Like I feel like even in school, they don't teach us all the history. They teach us what they want us to know, but there's also other history that's out there that haven't been taught to us, And so it's just really sad, because I never forget when I was living with my great grandmother back at home in Chicago, and she was telling me about the Emmett Till story, and I didn't know that they was going to make a movie about Emmett Till. But if you can Google him and find him out, Emmett Till. But Emmett Till was a 14-year-old boy back in 14-year-old African American. Well, not African American. He was 14-year-old boy. He was black, very handsome from looking at the pictures they showed him on the internet. But he was lynched in Mississippi, Mississippi, back in 1955. And he was lynched from whistling at a white woman. And she accused him of whistling at her, and when he was going to a store. And this because her and her husband, they had owned the store. But now the store is no longer, like, it still sits there. But I'm Googling on Google. The store still sits there, but it's, it's like about to fall down, to cave in, because it's like nature, it took over. It got weeds and vines growing over it. But they also made a movie about this story, And I didn't know nothing about this until, like I say, I was 17 years old. I never heard of his story until my great grandmother told me about it. And it just shows me, because when I was in school, they never talked about, Emmett Till. And his mom, she fought for the rights. Like, when I say they tortured this young man, he wasn't a young man. Let me start saying that. He was just a 14-year-old child, which was a boy. He didn't deserve what happened to him. He did not deserve that. The lady accused him for Wilson, and he didn't even do it. So her husband and her brother-in-law, they abducted him at night and beat him and tortured him, and then they threw his body in the Tallahatchie River. And when they found him, someone found his body, and they pulled him up out the river. His face was just disfigured. When I say they really just, it's just really sad how what happened 50 years ago is even kind of still occurring now. I never forget, even with me, when like I say, I've been staying in Memphis for 20 years, and I'm not trying to jump off a subject, but it's just really sad of what our people have went through, and I never forget, I was working at a Japanese restaurant here in Memphis. I'm not going to say the name, because I always like to protect, people privacy, whether companies I work for. You would never hear me talk about what company name I work for. I just probably talk about the job, but I just feel like some stuff just don't need to be always addressed. But this particular company I had worked for a couple years ago, I never forget, I had a Caucasian man. There was a table full of them. I mean, not a table full, it was a Caucasian man and his family. They always, I guess they were celebrating, a birthday party. And I was a bus person back then working out there. So he asked me, he said, excuse me, ma'am. And I said, yes, sir, with a smile. Are you black Japanese? I said, no, sir, I'm not. It seems strange they have a black person working in a Japanese restaurant. And I knew right there he was trying to be funny. And most people that I have told and shared this story with, they say you a good one, because if it was me, I would have went off. And at that time, I really literally wanted to go off, but at the same time, I was always taught, just because a person act a fool, you don't act a fool with a fool. But then again, at that time, that was my only main source of income. Like, I had a second job lined up, but that job was like only seasonal. It was only like a seasonal part-time job. And the only time I worked there is when more and more events, like if we had events coming up. But other than that, I was pretty much off, and I worked this job, more than I worked that job, even though this job was. Okay, you all, I'm back. I'm going to kind of wrap this up so I can go and edit this video. It looked like my storage was full on this phone. I don't know how, because I thought an iPhone. I'm actually, using an older model of an iPhone. This is my first time, like I say, operating with an iPhone. But anyway, what I was saying, but it's just, I was talking about the racial comment. But it's just sad how what we went through, what's been going on probably before we was born, still occurring today. And it just said how, some people hate others just for no reason. And, maybe just because of the color of their skin or how the way they was brought up and raised. But then again, I had to think about that. I'm not going to let nobody never get me out of character. I always, like I say, I always was taught to learn to ignore things, what people say. But then again, I had to think about it. If I ever feel like I'm disrespected in this time, and because, like I say, when I was working that job, I was pretty young. I was like, I might have been like in my early, I probably was like 25, because like I told y'all, I've been staying here now in Memphis since 2006, almost close to 20 years, but it might be 19 now. But I was pretty young, so I didn't know. But I said, in this time, and if I get somebody make a disrespectful comment, I'm going to put them in their place, but say it in a nice way. Now, if that caused me to lose a job, then that means it just wasn't meant for me to be there, because I would not be disrespected. I never disrespect nobody. Like I say, when I went to high school, I went to school with all kinds in Chicago. I basically went to school with Caucasian, Hispanic. Yeah, I'm back, you all. I'm just learning every day that just because other people is ignorant and they don't have nothing nice to say, and they dislike another culture or whatever, that I just got to still continue to remain humble and continue to be myself and not let people words get the best of me. But like I say, if it gets to the point where I feel like somebody make a very, very disrespectful comment again to me, I'm just going to just, like I say, put them in their place. And if it's, and just let it be, because I would not be disrespected. And I don't disrespect other people. I always was taught to be respectful towards people, but I will not be disrespected. But also, this is probably complete the end of this video. I'm going to get it edited up for you so I can upload it right now or today, so I can clear some of this footage on my phone so I can start up a new vlog. But until the next time, you all stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll be talking to you in the next one. Bye bye. Love you all.